Morning. Ring ring. Morning, guys. Morning. Hello. The port of Dubrovnik. Land of the Game of Thrones. This is going to be a good day. So here's the city of Dubrovnik. And this is where they shot a lot of the Game of Thrones. Our ship is parked here. We're going to be walking all the way around to the gate, Pile Gate, and it's about 3.3 kilometers. We got to get there by 9:30. We should do it. We should be able to do it. Pretty houses. Beautiful. Like maybe kayaking.
This was a moat before, now it's a bar. This is the one level.
So we're doing a tour with Alex, and you have to use these little pods. Toronto.
Toronto.
Yeah.
First time in Croatia.
Yes.
First time in
Well,
Croatia in general. Europe in general.
what was the other Croatia city we were at?
Split.
Split. Yeah, we did Split, and then we
Yeah,
came
it's
here.
usually split.
Yeah. So again, they give us this thing, and then we got an earpiece that you put on your head. Come over here. I'll try to dictate what she says to you guys, so you guys can kind of come along. After this Game of Thrones tour, it's a 2-hour tour, and then we're going to go over to the gondolas and go all the way up there and get a good view from the best view, they say, of Dubrovnik.
Yes, it depends mostly on the crew. Dubrovnik is small. Dubrovnik is not so big. Dubrovnik has not even 40,000 people with suburbs altogether. So behind me you can see the beautiful Grand Hotel Imperial by Hilton. When I say they, HBO, of course actors, producers, let's say all the VIP people, they were always in Hilton. Diplomacy.
Yes.
Okay, now please, I will just ask you one thing. We have better view inside from up there. Okay, so you can scan the pass or buy tickets over here. By the way, the sea is still great. If someone has a plan to swim, it's 24 degrees. Very warm. It's like outside. So, definitely try. First, I will just show you the map that wasn't here. Because everyone asked me, is this the place with that map? You know, when they were doing strategies and everything. No. The map was studio again in Belgium. Whenever they had something, they had to visit more often than once. You remember whenever they had some battle, this was the map and they were planning it. You will see now how they used the whole fort, every meter squared. So they started in the hall behind you, over there. When Cersei needed help, asked for help from Peter Baelish, because Arya and Sansa were missing, if you remember, and he tried to threaten her. He said to her, knowledge is power. And then Cersei showed us you don't want to mess with her, because she simply called her guards and ordered them to be careful. So it's also interesting if you look, I think over there or over there, wherever you look, you will see this. It's some holder for the candle, something from the past. So whenever they get something old, they could use it look like Renaissance and Gothic in architecture, they would probably borrow. Of course, I mean, I will be honest, I'm not a fan of season 8. I don't know, someone is, yeah, I thought so, okay. But we could see it's different. Season 8 was more technology and everything, less real thing. But here, it's interesting, for example, the only thing that is CGI are the flowers. Everything else is real, even the holes. You can see how they filled in every hole. This is interesting, that's not CGI. They really built it, those like stars. In their version, it was the 7 kingdoms. You remember 7 kingdoms, it was everywhere, a star. But actually it's interesting, you will see the same thing, I mean similar, but they took the idea on every church in the city. Now here we have Joffrey's name day. He was celebrating his name day. He was standing just over here. And now, this is so interesting when you know, of course, otherwise we were confused. But if you, for example, pause this episode, or I don't know, or look carefully, you will like literally see the line between CGI and reality. See? If I do this is all good. He was here, they added flags, extras were over here, and that's it. And now look at this part. CGI, computer, nothing is real. And voila, the red keep ours.
Split 4.
This is where Joffrey stood. Very cool. And that's where the drunk guy fell after Joffrey made him drink all the wine.
I don't feel sorry for them. For $1 million, I'm melting for much less. In the past, because of the system of defense, they all live together. And nobles, commoners, everyone inside the walls. Also, more or less everything is somewhere here behind me. But they've turned it upside down. So it's like almost like impossible to realize what it. But for example, now look at again that same trick mirroring. Lock room. As you can see, our island we will visit is there. In their version, somehow it ended here. So this is how they were playing. And this is what I meant when I told you, if you remember in the beginning, it would be much cheaper actually, easier just to take some CGI city and that's it. But most of everything is here. They were great. They were also seen in every Irish pub in the city. If you're wondering. Yeah, very cool guys. Inside of the House of the Undying, which was again Minchetta Fort over there. So she was standing just between that outer wall and the fort. When you're gonna walk the wall, trust me, just you will see. If you take the main entrance, you will end there. I will now let you guess. Maybe someone did the homework. If you know the locations. Maybe you saw a park called Gradac, one of the locations. Water fountain, it's like just circle.
Purple wedding?
Yes! This is why I told you this is the best.
Which one was it?
What can be better than Joffrey dies?
Oh,
Purple
nice.
wedding. Yes, I know.
That's
they're
where
very
Joffrey
proud.
died. Love it.
By the way, nothing is CGI on this one. Even the lion was real. They really built that Lannister's lion. Over there, later, I have also the picture before they started shooting from reality. And you remember the park, the wedding, and Joffrey, who was supposed to marry Marjorie. But a few minutes later, are the kids. I don't want them to have nightmares because I couldn't help myself to bring this one out. This was like top 3 dying in the history of movies, probably. everyone was here. Vikings is the same here. It's funny now, like season 3, we will see if someone is watching this, but of course the wooden ships and that age. It was also okay because you can close the area, you know, and without interrupting the finding, you can still go. On season 2, if you remember, after the king just died, Robert Baratheon died, and Cersei was concerned about Joffrey. So she ordered to kill all the bastards. Remember that they were killing the babies. So they had to do cliff jumping there. Locals, of course. You can probably guess who had to jump again. I warned you. Jump over there. So the jumper guy.
Whoa!
Yeah. Game of Thrones adventures. Are you okay? Okay, don't worry about me. So, it's interesting they had to wait for the afternoon here because of the sea level, water level. It's very dangerous, like in the morning you can see the rocks. So they were waiting, they started shooting at 4 o'clock p.m. because of that. But everyone was fine. Don't worry. And now, look at here. You never probably guessed that just like in King's Landing. Let's say whoever was leaving King's Landing or coming back, it was always something. You remember that? And then she came back poisoned. She was already poisoned. So from that beach they were sending her to Dorne, but they wanted us to think and believe that the view from over there was actually this one here behind. See, I call this one old-fashioned money trick. They erased the rock here, so you cannot realize it's the same spot. And then somehow that fort got legs and came here on this side. You can see also now compare. It's so funny for me how they just erased this little tree and the rock like it's gone. Yeah.
Fresh spring water. Nice.
But what can you say to someone who was pooped by the pigeon? And now we have one scene here. We won't be here for too long because, as you can see, we're inside of the main entrance for the city. Yeah, but first, you remember that was the same morning when also Jaime came back from King's Landing in front of the gates. As you can see, he was standing there. It's interesting how you won't find people here. See, no people. It was early September. We had also 2 cruise ships that morning in the town, so not only them. And it means that they closed the main gates. They paid a lot of money to close the main entrance for the city in September. So if you came that morning, you had to go all around through Buja gates to enter the city. The same morning when Joffrey was still the king, you remember when he finished, I don't know, maybe they were inspired again, like this. And then after that, he was so angry, he started yelling like, kill them all, kill them all. So he was still the king. Now you remember they see the stairs and the gates, walking through the crowd, and then soon we had actually his riot. Everyone wanted him to go away. People were 360 Michelin restaurant. It's just behind the restaurant. There is another entrance with less stairs and less people. And here now we will see like the area which is very live in the evening. Irish pubs. Damien's favorite spot and part of the city. I will just ask you to walk to the right, please. The right side of the street. Okay. We're actually good. It was supposed to go under construction a month ago. Can anyone maybe recognize this girl? I will now show you one lady. I will help you with the answer, probably no. But have you ever seen her? Her name is Rebecca. She's actress and the model. I mean, not very popular. She's British. She lives in US.
The new scene.
Yes. So you saw her naked body, but never her face, because Cersei had a body double for this. There is a reason, very good reason why. Not the tattoos. No, this is my trick. Always works. She was pregnant. Cersei in real life, 6 months pregnant, and of course she the walk, she also had all older kids. She didn't want them to see her like that. She said, like, brother was okay, but... And she walked really completely naked, 5 days in a row. Because they were filming here for 5 days. Of course, they had also a few smaller scenes, but this was like the most important. She walked all the way from the top of the stairs here through the crowd, and then she ended through Croatia gates. We will end there, you will see it was a long walk. And the result was, because they, in post-production, they erased Cersei's body, they erased Rebecca's head, and what you saw was Cersei's head, Rebecca's I mean, crazy. Also, it's funny, she said once the most annoying question she gets is like, why did you want the model body? You know, like, because that girl was 15 years younger than Cersei. So Cersei got 15 years younger body without the surgery. And the result was the woman. You remember I've told you this was the most expensive thing. There is a reason why. It's not the people, because they had 150 extras. We know because when you could apply for an extra, they were looking for 100. Great. Now when they just hear construction, we can have a scene. This is a Natural History Museum. Everyone was coming from there in the past, and that's why all the most important buildings are here in this area. Behind us, you have the cathedral, the big church of the cathedral. It's interesting, this is already the third cathedral. The first one was here, built in 11th century, romantic, but it was destroyed in the fire of the cars. This is, let's say, the introducing to local islands. So when Daenerys was young, you remember season 2, and she just started, and she asked help with ships all around the story. Yeah. Once again, it's a big lie probably, so that's the huge relief. Season 8. Yeah, so from here, just to show you now first. Yeah, it's stuck. It just broke. You're lucky that
Okay.
it survived the tour. Perfect timing. Even the
Thanks,
device.
Alex. You're awesome.
Thank you so much, guys. You can leave the review if you like.
Of course.
Just say it was Alex. I always say, if you didn't like it, I'm Sarah. See you. Bye-bye.
Bye. So here's that clock tower, and she said the 4th lane. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 is where the Game of Thrones throne is, and it's just a replica. Nice. Welcome.
Is this it?
I think so. I need an extra shirt.
How about a mug?
Just grabbed a kebab from this place. They got pizza. The size of the salami they put on there. It's like 3 inches wide each one. I'd like to have gotten that one. Maybe on the way out, but Caroline decided to share this chicken kebab. Dubrovnik chicken kebab. Mm. Yep. I'm so glad. It's not there. That is fantastic. Chef Carol does a better job.
Okay. Where's your serviette?
We did like garlic sauce in it, so
Yeah. I don't know how to do this.
I know. You just go for it.
It's just got lettuce and tomato.
Finished eating that kebab. It was amazing. Now we're going to be walking the walls of the city. These channelways to guide the water off the path.
Have a good afternoon.
All right. Walking the walls of Dubrovnik.
Are these
Thank you.
too many tickets?
My aunt and uncle did this a few years ago, and when they found out that we were doing it, we had a Zoom call meeting because they live in Winnipeg. So they told us all about this, and we have to do it because it's as beautiful as it is, as you guys can see. So our tour guide also told us that any of the roofs that have this old tile are the ones that didn't get bombed in 1991. So that would be all new. So these ones all either caught fire or burned or got bombed. Crazy. Going up the tower. Carol made it. Well, guys, that was the Walls of Dubrovnik Game of Thrones tour. Hope you enjoyed it. We're fried. We even put sunscreen on, and we're done. We've been walking around for 4 or 5 hours now. So, yeah, hope you enjoyed it. If you ever get the chance, come and enjoy Dubrovnik.
Inhabitants with 6 republics: Slovenia, Croatia, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Serbia, Montenegro and Macedonia.
Whoa.